Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Football. The World Cup quarterfinals is upon us. We've seen the round of 16, 16 teams became 8 teams, and now we have the quarterfinals. We are here to give our predictions about this unpredictable World Cup. The predictions have made some of us look foolish, but hey, what can we do? We have to continue predicting. So I'm here with my two friends, Lim Joe from Touchdown Live and Ralph.
Hey, Ralph.
So let's get right into it. But before we do that, remember to subscribe to this channel and let us also know your predictions. Who do you think will make the semi-finals for this World Cup? So let me start off with the first game tomorrow, Uruguay versus France. Let me start with Lim. Uruguay, France.
I'd want France to win. I have never really ever supported Uruguay in any kind of game, and I think we'll still continue. Not because of what happened versus Ghana in 2010. No, not because of that. But then I have not really ever supported Uruguay in any kind of game, and I think we'll continue. I think France will edge this. France looks solid. France look more convincing, especially if I'm to take the game against Argentina into consideration in the round of 16. They played pretty well, and they were ruthless. Mbappe being like the star of the match. I expect him to do more. I expect him to continue. I expect Pogba to also look lively. I expect Giroud to also be the kind of striker that they expect him to be. So probably get a goal or something. So I think I'll say France to win. I don't think I can put a score to it yet because Uruguay are a tough team as well. But then if I'm to put a new score to it, probably some 3-2. Yeah.
French, for the French?
Yeah, for France.
Alright. So, Ralph, what do you think?
Well, start off, the French side have not been hugely impressive in their quest to win their second World Cup since 1998. For me, most of their games they've played considered, that should tell you the defensive frailties that exist within the French side. Didier Deschamps, if he wants to make meaning out of this French side, hugely successful and talented French players, he needs to make sure that the defensive frailties are solved, because once you have a 4 and 5 central defenders who are able to protect your keeper, it gives him some sort of assurance and confidence, knowing that the people in front of him are going to stand tall for him. But I mean, when you look at most of their matches, conceding 3 goals against Argentina, conceding in their last few matches, I mean, it's not the best against a highly defensive-minded Uruguay side who play with a lot of skill and agility. When you move to some of their strikers like Edison Cavani and Luis Suarez, on any day, these guys would give you a run for your money. And against the backdrop that Cavani is not feeling too well, for me, I know he'll make it across and make sure that he starts and partners Luis Suarez. Even if he's not starting that much, Suarez is a handful for any defense on any other day. For me, if I'm to predict this scoreline, I'll go for a slender lead for Uruguay. I want Uruguay to win and advance, thwarting the efforts of Cristiano Ronaldo in the round of 16, and that should tell you that they have come to stay. And a side that 4 years ago they didn't really do very well, they would want to be highly recognized when it comes to international football matches like the World Cup. So in the game against France, I would expect a standard lead of 1-0. And thumbs up to Diego Godin and also Jose Jimenez. They've been very, very brilliant in the heart of defense for Uruguay. And for me, a standard lead of 1-0.
Okay, so that's it for Uruguay versus France. We move on to the next one, the big one, Brazil, Belgium. We almost didn't have this fixture, but we have it. So, Ralph, take it through with us. What do you think, Brazil, Belgium?
Well, with Brazil, Belgium, I mean, this is one of the most interesting games you ever see in a World Cup match, and this could equally be a final because both sides boast of pretty attractive players. They could start for any European side on any other occasion. For me, I would want to go for a Belgium win. Against the backdrop that they considered 2 goals against Japan. Nobody expected them to go 2 goals down, but I mean, for them to come back and eventually win that game 3 goals to 2, I mean, that should tell you that this side is capable of anything and on any other occasion. One thing I would expect Roberto Martinez to do is to fill the 4-back formation against Brazil. If he wants to be hugely touted as one of the best coaches, he has to make sure that he fills a 4-back formation. If he's going for a company of Vertonghen or Toby Alderweireld, he makes sure that the right back from a position maybe it could be organized by Thomas Meunier. I mean, he could still fill that formation and drag Thomas Meunier back. That is all. He has a 4-back formation. And make sure that Kevin De Bruyne has a free role equally as Eden Hazard. On any other day, these guys could throw out in defense. Brazil themselves have been very, very defensively organized on most occasions. And attacking wise, they've been very splendid. Not to forget the theatrics of Neymar da Silva dos Santos, whose theatrics seems to be working well for Coutinho, because on most occasions people forget that Coutinho has been playable in most of their games, even though he doesn't get the plaudits that he deserves. But he has been hugely instrumental in Brazil's quest up until this stage in the quarterfinals. When it comes to predictions, I will go for a high-scoring match, maybe a 3-2 in favor of Belgium, because Belgium are capable of anything. But I'll go for a Belgium 3-2 victory over Brazil.
Okay, score out. And Lim, what's up? What do you think?
Well, Brazil, Belgium. I'll side with Rafael on the side that I'm going for a Belgium win as well. But then I'll the part that I was inside with him is where he says the 3-back, 4-back system. I'd still say Martinez should stick to the 3-back system. It's what he's played throughout the tournament. Probably if you change something, that's when you actually receive more a beating.
I think it's not broken.
So yeah, I don't think it's broken. But I think that game against Japan was a wake-up call for them to actually
Be better.
Yeah, actually be better in terms of attack and defense. Because against Japan they did a lot of attacking, but there were no killer instincts to those attacks. So now that they're going to face a Brazil side that has an equally very solid unit, that's with Coutinho and Neymar and Silva and all those guys. I think now they know that it's a tough game, so they should they know they have to really prepare very well against Brazil. For Brazil, I always say that Coutinho is the main man for Brazil and not Neymar. Neymar is more like the poster boy. He's the poster boy, so he's more like the guy to make all the tricks and all that. He's more like a pawn or a puppet. Let me see. To draw all the attention to him, what the actual stuff is happening with Coutinho being handling all that. So I would say Belgium will win, but I know it's going to be a tough game for Belgium. I know it's going to be an exciting game as well. I would want a high-scoring match. I'd want a high-scoring game, so probably I'll go for a 4-3 for Belgium.
That's interesting. So that's for the tomorrow's fixtures, Friday's fixtures.